you like to know more?
But there we go. Alright, so welcome back to Road Trader. Only War. Sorry, someone just said Road Trader. That got stuck in my head. Okay.
Only traders in the war.
You had a good time at the Squigs last session. Yeah.
We only got our faces eaten once or twice.
We just realized that we could have used
several different methods of saving my ass.
Yes.
Like pinning.
Yeah, which
not
we kind
getting
of
bitten.
forgot. Yeah, now Pius he has to wear a mask on his face for the rest of his life.
No, I bear my scars with pride. These rings and rings of squig teeth. It looks like... Okay, you know the whole thing of the Osmond family stuff, the Morteith stuff, where you have the circular teeth, and. It's like I got, like, gummed by one of those monsters, so I have centric rings of teeth down my teeth marks down my face.
I mean, yeah, you were gnawed on by squigs.
Yes.
Yes, that would be the point. And each of them had only 8 teeth.
Right.
Alright.
So yeah, you discovered that one of the ships in the hulk here used to belong to a saint that was lost.
But now he's found, right?
But yeah. No.
Was he blind?
Possibly.
Can he now see?
You don't know. You've only found the ship.
You know, it could be a possibility that we could find a stasis chamber in here somewhere.
Yeah. And either way, there's a battleship here that the High Command would love for you to reclaim. So guess what your mission is? Your entire unit has pretty much been tasked to secure various parts of the ship, and then allowing them to rip it off the hulk before they blow the hulk up.
Oh, Captain
Are we getting our materials from the saddest of from the most depressed tech priest?
Not for now. He's not depressed. He's just a bit robotic.
No, I mean he's a depressed robot. He's like Marvin.
He also thinks that the only use we could ever serve is by being turned into servitors.
That's just you guys generally. He's quite happy around his other tech priests. Just doesn't like you.
Alright.
I blame Tark and his meddling on it.
So
Tark and his consistent disappointment.
You've been given you've been tasked with finding the bridge, which means once more disappearing off into the nightmarish mess of tunnels.
Do we have?
Yay!
Question, do we have data slates at all?
No.
No.
You're quite choppy on mine. I've got to drop out and come back in.
Alright. I mean, Gray, is it possible to requisition a data slate to attempt a means data acquirement from whatever systems we can have to somehow construct a map of this ship?
I think the operator starts off with a data slate.
It's not also a chimera.
I mean, that could be one of the things we could actually get around to doing is... but it's a space hulk, so everything could be twisty-turny and all that stuff, so an actual map would not be fully beneficial.
Well, yeah, mapping the terrain would be useful.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, you could probably try and requisition a data slate.
That's if Tark doesn't have one already. Major question. But that would be going through the requisition process, which is to people who are smarter than me and more familiar with it than me.
Tark's currently having problems with communication.
Tark, you there?
Maybe.
You're really quiet now.
Is any better?
Let me turn you up. Speak now?
Any better?
Barely.
You're. I think it went to a different headset. I went to a different microphone.
I'll try and find switching microphones to my laptop. It's being terrible at the moment.
Okay. So yeah, the question is, do you have a data slate on you?
I don't think I do actually.
because we are considering going in and finding whatever. Since we had to find the bridge, using it to connect to any active systems we can find within the ship to essentially build a network map to find out where the bridge would actually be and what direction.
I have a data slate.
Okay.
If someone has one, I can use it.
Yeah, it would be one of the good reasons to use our tech use stuff for that.
Don't break my data slate.
I will try not to.
And Gray can have us go into void parts of the ship that don't have atmosphere, so that he can fight with automatic defense deterrence. What? I don't remember saying that.
You don't remember? You just said it. You just
What are we talking
said
about?
this thing.
Just let's move on. So we
Yeah.
got a mission. Find the bridge. Yay! Oh boy. And then what?
Secure it. Report in.
Find the
Do we
report
have
back.
any- Do we have any reinforcements for securing the bridge?
They'll send something your way when you actually find it.
Tarka's wondering if he gets his companion back to feed to the next grinder.
We got him last round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't the new one named Meat Grinder? Or I mean, the last one was Healed.
This is replacement.
That one was my joke.
Yeah, I'm shamelessly stealing it.
Oh, no more. It's all yours.
You have to feel sorry for the poor companions in this game.
My
Look,
companion perfectly content.
I'm sure we know their name, backstory, tearful, recognition, who they're currently seeing, and who their sweetheart is in the current in the universe. Out in the universe, we all know what they're there for.
Pretty
To
much.
die in our place.
Ray?
And to do lasgun barrages with us.
Ray!
Yes?
Clicky, clicky, linky, linky.
Where? Oh, wrong one.
In Discord.
Oh, yeah.
I know who the next speed cult. The next speed
No.
cult. What do you got?
No. War boss.
Well, he would be a speed cult war boss.
Exactly.
We're
He's the war boss.
using, like network nodes to help to narrow down where the bridge is. First, don't we need to find a way onto the ship-wide network, which might be a bit tricky?
I was thinking that if you find any part of the ship that's actually
His name's Bob now.
Orc Bob.
Bob. What was his name in Mad Max here?
And Morton Joe.
Shit, how do you orcify the name? Actually, you
Orc,
don't need to orcify it.
Morkin Joe.
And Morkin Joe. Fucking hell, mate.
There you go.
Renaming.
We are going to have to fight this guy, and it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
The thing is, we're spoiling it right now. Greg, you have to cut this part out so you don't. Are we building this up for its anticipation for when Morkin Joe comes at us and probably driving a dreadnought version,
Yeah.
a dreadnought version of the what's that one thing from that had the little car on top of
He's driving a battle wagon.
battle wagon, or I was thinking that one cartoon where they had the giant mech with the car on top.
Okay. Megas XLR.
Megas.
Megas XLR.
Okay,
No, one
enough. Ray is going to have to cut off half the fucking episode if we keep talking about the end boss.
Nah,
Oh, no. There was something I was thinking of, but I just forgot it. Oh well.
Alright.
Anyway, you buggers need to get into the tunnels.
That's going to be one fast
Despite
ride.
my character's bad mouth, I don't have Tourette's syndrome.
Alright, so let's go and, so let's see now. We have a data slate, we got all this stuff. Does anything else do you have at least one chance at a logistics roll, Gray, or what's up?
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure what they assign you. It's not really that type of mission, you know.
Flares, flashbangs, whatever you think would probably be useful in a, isn't there like an item which lets you drop crumbs behind you so you can come back?
More explosives?
We can just, make the map.
Oh, true. Like, is there an auto mapper thing?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't see the type of what equipment that could really help you in. Like, go look for the bridge, lads.
Alright.
Is there something that allows us to detect movement that doesn't require a tech use test every time we use it?
Probably not.
But we
Probably
have
not.
tech use to use. But...
Yeah, we have that. Your perception. You have your perception.
We already have the seizure specs to, map out our media areas, so yeah.
Okay, we'll use that.
Alright.
So,
Once more into the breach, dear friends?
I'll go first.
no, we're going with it's in the entire company. So I think.
Could I try and hey, before we do anything else, could I try and find a chainsword?
Cool, you could make a logistic test of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we can actually make these things.
Technically, we can make as many logistics tests as we want until Gray decides that we've had enough time trying to get stuff. It's just all of our chances are rather low because
Yeah. What it would be to get a bunch of combeats?
Too high. Combeats
Just-
are rare, it's about -10. And
minus
that's
10. We don't really have any bonuses or anything else like that. Technically, this has just started. Yeah.
And,
So
and
so,
we need to find 6 of them. We're not getting
Yeah.
combi.
a package of not just one combi.
What's our logistics rating right now?
15.
15.
So what? Rolling against a 5.
So like, so finding the finding the last squad and everything didn't help with logistics at all. All right.
Probably not.
So what would we roll to get combeats against what? What is the roll? -5, -10.
-10. So 5.
Well, we've spent less than 3 months at the front, so that's -10.
Well, actually, that's a wrong dice.
The front
Yes.
has been active for less
Is
than
it
3
possible-
months, which is also -10.
Great. Is it possible to promise to get a one-time bonus by promising something to the to our wheel deal
Well-
promise?
Let's just say this realistically. Given what we are, which is we're messing with the Space Hulk.
Right now we're at, what, a ceasefire?
Yeah, I say given what we are, which is essentially messing with the Space Hulk, the regular rules won't work quite as well for acquiring gear. So it's
Well,
kind of
the
whatever
thing
you
is-
feel like, Gray. We could just go with the base logistics test minus whatever the rarity is, which would still be we'd be rolling against 5, but we'd actually have a chance.
Yeah, let's go for
I mean,
that.
we could.
The thing
I
is,
mean,
if we were doing it by the rules, we'd be at a +10 total.
is it possible to schmooze the schmooze our quartermaster-esque logistics person?
I
Yeah,
think
make it
Octavia's just kicking me out.
Technically, that is covered under commerce.
Yeah, commerce test.
Okay, I was just wondering if we'd like promise them or like put ourselves out there or give us some more rope to hang ourselves with. We could try something like that.
Or we could just go without combeats.
Let's just go without combeats if necessary. How much does it cost for me to get commerce? Is my question now.
You're a priest, probably a fair bit.
Well, I do have
Actually-
all the social bits. Priest can
I
get
say
there.
actually probably not very hard, given that you have all the social bits.
I have all the social bits.
But anyways, we'll look at it later. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We probably need to have an off video session of like housekeeping and doing all that stuff.
300.
Sure. Oh
I
yeah,
don't have enough for that.
let's continue on then.
So,
Did
can I
that-
try, Gray? I
Yeah.
want to try to find a just a chainsword.
Alright, what's the rarity?
Average. So it's at -10.
Right, so a 5.
Oops, that was 2.
Either
damn.
works.
What's the rarity of a eviscerator?
Eviscerator?
Eviscerator is a common, I believe, so 0.
Okay.
Eviscerator? No, eviscerators are.
You've been killing it with the rose.
Very rare.
97. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're thinking of the exterminator cartridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, actually.
Anyways, I will have to be back later, so continue onwards. I'll be back in like 30 minutes ish.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so time to
Great.
drive.
Well, are we going to have any room to bring the Chimera Grey or no?
No, it's going to be too tight for that.
Okay.
So yeah, get on the Chimera and trundle down some tunnels.
So I guess Selena's riding on top again.
Do you want
It
to
is.
ride on top and get shot at first?
I mean, she's the heavy gunner, and please, she has 11 soak and 17 wounds. Someone needs to actually be outside in order to spot enemies and provide fire from the other direction where you're not pointing the turret at.
We have
It's a legit
viewpoints.
tactic.
We do have viewpoints in the Chimera, but hey, if you want to be suicidal, be like
I'm
us.
pretty sure I can't put my M41 multi-last through that view hole.
Did literally no one listen? Gray said the tunnels were too tight to take the Chimera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, none of us listened. Yes.
Oh.
No, we have a Chimera. We want to use it in any position we can.
Ugh.
We would. In that case, we're gonna have to actually navigate. Let's go by hand.
Why is Pius still wounded?
Because he
Because
took
they-
huge amounts of wounds.
Ah, right.
Remember, I died last time.
Also, because the Imperial Guard is bad.
Yeah, the medic didn't want to help him.
And the medic was like, "Holy shite! This guy is hamburger." You would need a. I'm a medic, not a plastic surgeon.
Something like that. Alright, let's start marching.
Alright, so the tunnels are pretty much what you expect. Wonderful, dense. Sometimes they're quite like wide.
Crowded.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Sometimes they're wide, sometimes they're crowded. Various levels of orc. So you've got a vague idea from like the reports which way you're supposed to be heading, but beyond that you're basically searching several square kilometres across multiple levels looking for a bridge.
We're lost, aren't we?
Yeah, you probably lost already. 3 days later, no food, no water, you all die of starvation. Right, next campaign.
Only 3 days? Damn.
Well, we're there for water.
So yeah, so the idea was to see if there's any working data ports and plug a data slate in.
Hold on, I got you, fam. Plus
Did you
34.
really just say that? Also, hi, I'm back. You didn't have to wait for me. You could have started.
We did.
This time, Selena doesn't see anything on siege aspects.
The lack of rolling was what threw me off.
There was too much talking.
Too much. Yeah, so can we? Yeah, so can we find a data port around?
You'll be able to find some, yeah. Probably a -10 tech use to get them working again.
You can have a assist from me.
Well, he can't hear you because he's not here yet.
We're fine with use.
Oh,
I rolled at +30 on tech use.
And
with or without assist.
on top of that, you've got assists and a combi tool. So
Oh, that wasn't me counting. We got 2 +10s and a combi tool for plus an assist, and I have +10 skill. So
that's an overall +30 then.
Nice.
Nice.
So what did I miss while I was out making
Nothing of
sure a
consequence.
hurricane
Nothing.
doesn't kill me?
Pretty much nothing.
A lot of dithering.
Yeah, you go.
Why did you roll stealth? Are you trying to sneak your way into the data port?
No.
Dark, you're not an orc.
Deep
Stop it.
intrusion.
You're not an orc. This is not how intrusion into the network works like.
Oh god. I rolled stealth is above tech use in my list, so I just clicked the wrong one. And my
Wow.
stealth is 8 points higher than my tech use. So I think that means that I roll exactly the number I need.
Yeah, that would be exactly a success. And also, it should be plus 30. So that's still a
minus
success.
10. No, it's minus 10 from the.
I thought you said you had plus 10 tech use.
I have plus. Yeah. I have. Okay. It all adds up to plus 20 because the plus 10 tech use is integrated into it, and there's also minus 10 from trying to get the port to work.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So after all that, I do manage to undust a port, and it plugs something in without it frying everything.
Congratulations.
I just have a big box of like compatible compatibility adapters and try every single plug in turn.
That's pretty standard. That's pretty standard on the Imperial ship.
Litany of adapters.
Yeah.
Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope.
You have to do that even on your own ship. Just every time you try and use a new piece of equipment.
10,000 years of divergent equipment in Hogwarts.
And they've yet to figure out a way to standardize the ports.
Well, we all use like standard templates.
And
so.
everyone still puts in the USB the wrong way around.
At least the first time.
Even the
If you
second
do it more
time.
than once, you're kinda bad at this.
So,
Well, that's what
you don't know
bad
me at all.
scores are for.
It's actually part of the litany of connection. In that you must enter once, repeat the mantra, turn around the cable, repeat the mantra again, and enter it again. Only then will it work, because only then have you blessed the machine spirits to cause the connection.
Okay. This.
But yes,
All right, we're being a bit silly now. Let's go ahead.
You get next test.
So great. The next role is, of course, to basically ping the system and find out where the other ports are. Where there's more ports is probably the bridge.
Yep.
Do I have to roll for that, or is that?
No, it probably happened quite automatically.
Well, at least one of us is being competent.
Yeah. So you you get a nice little ping back. There are a couple of hot spots, but there's one that's got like a hell of a lot more than anything other, so you assume that's the bridge. And you can pretty much start off in that direction.
Oh.
Selena is leading the way. If
Field
unless
map. .txt.
Sorry, what?
Alright, we're in the right direction now. Alright. Do we need to like roll like a navigate or something like that?
None of it.
Probably navigate surface, just an average check.
Or would that be like navigate stellar? Or arrow?
Navigate
surface.
Stellar is actual, like, planetary movement.
Do we have like
Navigate Stellar is playing on the space program.
Okay, so who's gonna roll the correct one?
I have surface. Does anyone else have it?
I don't think we do, no.
Well, Dark, you're the man.
Time to
We
get
can
lost.
still assist, though.
We're lost.
We can't fix that, though.
Hold on, maybe I can get a good idea of what is around us. With the siege aspects.
Oh, that was operate surface, not navigate surface. Either way, I failed horribly.
Okay, at least we know we're not gonna fall down a chasm. The siege aspects is working fine. Anything
So-
of note, Gray, on the siege aspects?
No, not at this point.
Are we approaching, for instance, some sort of
He said
cargo
no,
elevator?
don't.
Yeah.
We're currently going in a circle because I can't navigate.